Wildcat fans, welcome into the Wildcat Center, the campus of Johnson Wales University in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina. The second time in 3 nights, we've got women's basketball action for you this evening as the Wildcats play host to the Bruins of Piedmont International University. Bruins come into this game with a record of 9-4. Their most recent game was on Tuesday night. They defeated Columbia International 60-48 up in Winston-Salem. Wildcats entered this game with a record of 6-7. They were victorious on Tuesday night as well right here at the Wildcat Center as they defeated Virginia University of Lynchburg 71-59. And that caused them to move up a spot in the latest USAA coaches poll that was released yesterday. So they're up to number 10. And they continue their win streak tonight against the Bruins. So we'll turn things over to our public address announcer, Chris Plano, who'll have tonight's national anthem and starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Johnson & Wales University Wildcat Center, where tonight's your Wildcats host the Bruins from Piedmont International University. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country and the men and women who serve it with the playing of this evening's national anthem. I am your public address announcer, Chris Plano, welcoming you to the Wildcat Center gym now for the starting lineup for tonight's women's basketball game. First for the visiting Bruins of Piedmont International University. A 5'6" junior playing guard, San Diego, California, number 1, Ashley Lane. A 5'6" senior at guard from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, number 14, Leonzera Grubbs. A 6-foot junior at forward from Birmingham, Alabama, number 20, Lexius Hauser. 5'11" senior at forward from Franklin, Georgia, number 24, Zanaya Kessler. And a 6-foot sophomore at center from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, number 32, Elijah McLeod. Piedmont International University head coach Takara Tatum. She's assisted by Latoya Thomas and Darnell Wallace. All right, Wildcat fans, let's get on your feet and greet your Johnson & Wales University Wildcats. A 5'9" senior at forward from Concord, North Carolina, number 1, Justice Wallace. A 5'6" freshman wearing number 5, Kiera Scott. A 5'8" sophomore at guard from Sugar Hill, Georgia, number 10, Jemiah Montesol. A 5'9" senior at guard from Durham, North Carolina, number 23, Jada Morgan. And a 6-foot senior at forward from Huntersville, North Carolina, team co-captain, number 32, Anisha Hankerson. Your Wildcats are coached in her first season by Ashley Rayleigh Ross. She's assisted by Jackie Grant, and the team manager is Modesty Hall.
All right, Wildcat fans, there you have it, the starting lineups for tonight's matchup between the Bruins and the Wildcats. And for the call of all the action, we'll turn it over to the voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner.
All righty, welcome in everybody. Bruins take the floor now. They are in black. They'll be going right to the left on your screen, and Wildcats set to break the huddle now in white. They'll be going left to right on your screen. Out at center for the tip for the Bruins will be number 32, Elijah McLeod. And for the Wildcats, number 32, Anisha Hankerson. So 32 on 32 to get this one started here at the tip. And a loose ball, still fighting for it, rolls out of bounds. Waiting for the call. They're going to call it a jump ball.
Yeah, that one last touch by the Bruins, but refs didn't see it, so we're going to go to the jump ball, and it'll go over to the Wildcats. Or actually, no, we're going to re-jump.
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before in a game.
And life's about second chances, Chuck. So here we go.
You got to make the most of it, so the Wildcats need to win this tap.
So we'll see. Ball still loose and poked around, and Wildcats will have first possession.
So the Wildcats did well briefly. They made the most of it.
Wow.
Yeah, Montesal turns it over to the Bruins.
I don't think I've seen an opening sequence like that in my life here. And getting the first bucket is number 20, Alexis Hauser, for the Bruins. And they go quickly with a press. Good throw ahead from Hankerson.
Morgan had Wallace wide open under the basket, but couldn't find her.
So it's Kara Scott, number 5, running point for the Wildcats. Top of the key is Morgan right now. Montesal calling for it out on the wing. It's not there.
And it looks like that PIU's running a 3-2 zone.
Quick shot from Hankerson won't fall. And Bruins quickly out ahead with Grubbs. Wide open down low, getting right behind Hankerson for the lay-in. Again, that was Hauser.
Good job by Hauser. She got down to that baseline and got kind of lost behind the Wildcat defense. Bruins were able to find her for the layup.
So Hankerson with it now. Swings it over to Montesal. The kick out. Scott takes the 3 and it rims out. Rebound Kessler.
Wildcats were on fire from deep on Tuesday night, hitting a school record 13 threes. Scott missing the first one there.
I think Hankerson got a piece of it underneath, and Wildcats going the other way. Morgan, the hesitation gets called with the travel.
Grubbs flashed in front of Morgan that time as she was going to the basket and made her shuffle the feet as she tried to avoid the contact.
Wildcats are in man defense. Morgan guarding the point. On the take, the floater, count it, is good. Ashley Lane getting in the paint with the teardrop, and she'll be at the free throw line for a three-point opportunity. Wildcats will get number 15, Christine Epler, in the game. She'll replace Hankerson. Knocks that one through.
Lane, a very deliberate free throw routine, but seems to work for her.
Montesal able to find Scott. Nice look underneath to Wallace from Morgan. Quick turn and shoot right under the net.
Best thing about that for Justice is she turned quickly and got it up off the glass before the defense could rotate over.
And a deep 2 from Hauser is good. And a turnover from Scott. 3-on-3 up ahead. Laying it in. Won't fall. And it'll roll out of bounds to the Wildcats sideline. And they'll have 23 on the shot. So Ashley Lane will toss it in. 7:19 left here in this first quarter. Wildcats down to Piedmont International 9-2. Pass goes over the head, but able to catch the loose ball is Grubbs. Fading away that shot, rims off. Rebound Montesal.
Good brought out there by Epler to allow Montesal to get that one.
Montesal steps back. Short jumper's good. And on the other end, shot no good. Falling down off the rebound is Wallace, and they'll get the tie up. Possession arrow will keep it here with the Bruins. Checking in, number 34, Brianna Best. And number 13, Lindsey Brown, who's a Charlotte native. They check in for the Bruins.
Sure, she's got some friends and family here tonight. Take this one in.
So referees are talking over, I believe, the possession arrow.
If they're going to say it was a tie-up, then, or I think they're discussing, did Wallace have the ball long enough to get the change of possession, which would result in a shot clock reset. If she didn't, then they would leave it where it is at 26. So
they're calling it white ball. So Wildcats will get possession here.
Not sure what happened there, but we'll take it nonetheless. Coach Tatum for PIU doesn't seem to be too concerned about it.
Up ahead to Wallace. Pass too low for Montesal. Still fighting for it. Ball on the ground. And Lane comes away with it. At the free throw line, off the glass, no good, but an offensive rebound from Best. And a quick three, airmails it too long. That ball hit out of bounds before Bruins could get to it.
I think the shot clock, no, the shot clock didn't reset.
Well, so yeah, Morgan's on the baseline about to inbound, but it's Bruins ball. They put 17 on the shot clock.
Well, I'm wondering why they blew the whistle. You said it touched out of bounds, you thought.
It looked like it. That's why I thought they blew the whistle. So, okay.
So now
we've seen some weird
we've
things
had
to
a
start
mystery
this
one
one.
each way so far in this one.
Yep.
All right, well.
All right, so it'll be a Lane to inbound for the Bruins. They'll keep possession here after that missed three. Underneath, Brown can't convert. Good heads-up play from Lane, keeping it alive and Best. Through the contact, draws the foul. They'll be at the free throw line. Foul on Montesal.
Thought Best may have got away with a little step there. She turned into paint.
Knocks down the first. And the second one gets the friendly bounce.
And as Lane has the very prolonged free throw routine, Best just catches the ball from the ref and shoots it right away.
Number 12, Asia White, just checked in for the Bruins. She's now guarding Scott, able to get right by her. Cross midcourt, finds Wallace again underneath, can't get the roll this time. Bruins out on the attack again. Nice extra pass down low to Best. And we're going to get a Wildcats timeout. They're down to 13-4, 5:47 left in this first quarter.
With PIU up 13-4 on the Wildcats. Bruins are shooting 50% from the field, 5 of 10 so far, and 3 of 3 at the foul line. Wildcats only 2 of 5 from the field for 40%.
So Wildcats ball. Morgan throws it into Scott. Morgan looking for help.
She had her dribble there. She seemed like she was kind of glued to the court, forgot that she still had her dribble, but Wildcats get it up nonetheless.
So already down to 12 on the shot clock. Morgan looking for Epler in the middle, foul called. It'll be on Kessler, reaching over the back on Epler.
First team foul on the Bruins.
Shot clock will reset. Scott to inbound on the baseline. Finds Montesol in the corner, the drive, gives it up. Wallace, 12-footer, off the mark. Rebound tipped out of bounds, last touch by Epler. It'll be Piedmont International ball. Wildcats trying to go for the steal instead to get the foul. At the time it was Epler picking up the foul. Third team foul in the Wildcats of the quarter. And ball off the hands of Grubbs out of bounds. So. Hauser's going to check in for Best. Through the lane, Montesol, through the contact, the finish.
Nice finish by Jemiah.
And it's Epler coming away with the steal. Scott gets by one defender, takes it herself, and she gets the lay-in.
Two quick baskets here for the Wildcats, creeping back into it. They've cut the 9-point lead down to 5.
Three from Grubbs. That one's good.
Grubbs had plenty of time to get set. Nice, pretty release on rotation on that one. And there was nothing but net.
Montesol through the contact again.
Montesol able to finish on either the right or the left side of the lane.
Wildcats' last 3 possessions on offense just going straight to the lane with either Montesol or Scott. They've been rewarded each time, and on the other end, it goes Brown. Keeps the lead at 8 for the Bruins. Morgan, Epler a quick shot, that one's short. Rebound Kessler. That three-pointer no good, rebound Morgan. Top of the key, Scott and Morgan trade passes, and Morgan a deep three, and it's good.
So Jada Morgan continues her hot shooting from Tuesday night. Knocks down the first 3 of the game, and Coach Dakar Tatum's going to call a 30-second timeout for the Bruins, so we'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds. Wildcats down 18-16. Back out of the timeout. I said 18-16 as we win. It's 18-13 actually. Wildcats still down by 5 off the 3-point make from Jada Morgan. Exactly 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
So Wildcats able to get subs in the game. Shannon Martin and Micah Thomas check in.
A 10-second
10-second
count.
Wow. So good opportunity here for the Wildcats. Cut it to a one-possession game. 2:52 left in the quarter.
The count didn't reset after the timeout, and maybe PIU forgot about that. They only had about 7 seconds instead of the full 10.
Quick three from Martin is good. Off the bench, knocks down a three, cuts it to 2. Down low, up and under. Good move underneath. That was Hauser again. And Wallace, turns it over. McLeod gives it down low to Lane, the extra pass, and a foul called on Thomas.
Well, I think McLeod would have been better served just to take that one straight up to the rim. Trying the wraparound pass in the lane.
And again, just having her way underneath is Hauser with Hankerson on the bench. A lot of points in the paint coming from number 20 for the Bruins.
She's already in the double figures with 10.
Montesal with it, 12 on the shot. Ball gets poked away and somehow gets it right back. Wildcats got to do something with it. 5 on the shot, Martin, deep three, and it'll be off the mark. Fight for the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Hauser. Thomas going for the rebound.
Good job by Thomas. She got inside position on Hauser, and Lexius had to commit the foul, try and get the ball away from Thomas.
The Wildcats kind of get bailed out there. Gives them a fresh 20 on the shot. 1:20 left in the quarter. Montesal through the contact. Couldn't get that one to fall, but she'll be at the free throw line for 2 shots.
That one's going to be on Lane, her first, third team foul.
Knocks down the first. Second one no good. Long rebound. Thomas there in the mix again. This time out of bounds. It'll be Bruins ball.
Good hustle though by Thomas. She almost got that rebound.
Lane guarded tight by Morgan is going to pick up the foul.
That's going to put Wildcats in the penalty, and PIU will shoot free throws for the last 1:10 here of the quarter.
So 1:10 left. Wildcats still down 22-17. Ashley Lane for the Bruins at the line. Shooting free throw. She knocks down the first. And that one won't rattle in. Fight for the rebound. Thomas able to save it. Gets the Wildcats on the break. Fading away, Morgan rims off. Rebound for McLeod, and the Bruins back on offense. Somehow that pass got through 3 Wildcats. Another offensive rebound, but blocked by Morgan. Bruins still have it. They dump it down low. Brown, turnaround jumper, no good. Another offensive rebound. Hauser putting up through the contact, no call. Another miss. Still fighting for it.
Looks like they're going to get a rebounding foul on Wallace. as the Bruins had 4, if not 5 opportunities there. Wildcats have got to box out, get in position to get a defensive rebound.
It's going to be first one knocks down. So McLeod can put her team up by 8. 37.6 seconds left. Missed that free throw there. Rebound Wallace. Gives it up to Montasol. Pass tip. Bruins get the steal. McLeod pushing the break ahead. Coast to coast, taking it herself. Shot clock turned off now. Wildcats will have 18 seconds. The give and go to Montasol. Gets trapped on the baseline. 5 seconds left. And Wallace loses it out of bounds. Still 2.2 left, so Bruins got to go quick. Got to get a deep pass here. Could get off possibly one last shot before the end of the quarter. And they'll just hold it. And that'll take us to the second quarter. Wildcats down 26-17 against Piedmont International. We'll be back here in a couple minutes with second quarter action. Don't go anywhere.
Looking at the first quarter stats, both teams shooting the ball well. PIU 52.6% from the field, Wildcats 50%, but 3 more makes on 5 more attempts for the Bruins, and they've also knocked down 5 of 7 at the free throw line, as opposed to just 1 or 2 for the Wildcats.
So back out on the floor for the Wildcats, Hankerson and Scott, original starters out there for the Wildcats. They come away with a steal on first possession of this second quarter, down 26-17. Montasol wide open for 3, knocks it down. Brings it back to a 2-possession game for the Wildcats.
The offensive end really hasn't been the bugaboo for the Wildcats so far tonight. It's been on the defense.
And a block from
Wallace gets the block there.
McLeod's going to check in. She'll replace Kessler.
Wildcats need to get some defensive stops down on this end of the floor. They want to be able to crawl back into this one even further.
Lane throws it out to Grubbs. Go to Brown underneath, lost the handle, gets popped up, gets it back. 3-second on
Once
Brown.
Grubbs tried to recover that one in the lane and just kind of camped out there. So Wildcats do get the stop. Couple in a row now to start the quarter.
So Hankerson with it now, dribbles in. Morgan a 3, that one all rounded out. Offensive rebound, however, Hankerson's there. Brown, deep 2. No good, out of bounds. Wildcats ball, essentially a turnover.
So in the third stop in basketball terms, they call that a kill. 3 strikes in bowling is a turkey. 3 stops in a row in basketball they call a kill these days.
Dumps it down to Wallace.
Nice
Give and go back to Montesol.
Pretty basketball right there. Wildcats all of a sudden back within 2.
Lane on the take. Runs into Hankerson. We'll see who this foul is going to be on. Count the basket.
It's going to be on Hankerson.
It will be on Hankerson, so that's her second. Hauser's going to check back in for the Bruins. That's going to be Lane at the free throw line for 1 shot. As Hankerson just picked up that second foul. 8:18 left in this second quarter. Wildcats down by 4, 28-24. And make it 29-24 from that Lane free throw. Morgan works in the corner, and it's last touch by the Bruins, fortunately, there. So we Scott to throw it in. Throws it in. It's a lot of traffic, and coming away with it is McLeod for the takeaway.
That was a bad pass by Scott, but her teammates didn't help her out by making themselves available.
That corner 3 from Hauser is good. Puts Hauser up to 15.
Coach Rayleigh Ross is going to call a timeout as the Wildcats, just as soon as they had cut it to 2, are now down by 8. 7:57 left to play here. We'll keep it here for this 30-second timeout. Just to give you a reminder that we'll be back on the air Saturday, 2:50 for a 3 o'clock tip. Men's basketball taking on Blue Lights College. The guys went on the road last night as the newly minted #1 team in Division II basketball and took down the Morris College team 104-80 or 92. Wildcats shot 70% from the field in the first half and building a 15-point halftime lead and just kind of cruised from there.
So Wildcats possession out of the timeout. Good defense by the Bruins. Hankerson down low, works one way. Offensive foul, that would be the 3rd on Hankerson. That's going to quickly get Epler in the game for the Wildcats.
So Coach Rayleigh Ross rolled the dice a little bit with keeping Hankerson in with the 2. And she picked up her 3rd not long after. So we'll make a note of that. Wildcats down by 8 with 7:30 to play in the quarter or in the half.
Three from Hauser. Long rebound out. Coming down with it is Best. The kick out. Corner 3 from Grubbs is good. It's now an 11-point lead for the Bruins. Wildcats struggling to find offense here. Wallace, they should get it going, yes.
Good aggressive take by Justice there. Sorely needed basket for the Wildcats, and they got to get back on D.
So Grubbs now guarded out by Wallace. And Montesol guarding Hauser now. They find Lane. The extra pass underneath the Best. Can't make the lay-in. Gets her own putback. And again, another defensive lapse there for the Wildcats.
Epler had to go help on the driver, and that left Lane all alone underneath the basket. Missed the first chance, but got her own rebound and put it in.
Give a go. Fading away, Montesol fouled. She'll be at the free throw line for 2. Shannon Martin set the check in for the Wildcats, and Lindsey Brown set to check in for the Bruins. And that's the second foul on Lane. So Brown checked in for Hauser. First shot from Montesal, no good. Martin will check in for Montesal. As it's now 37-27, 6:05 left before we head to halftime. Screen coming from Best.
Wildcats are
Swing
going
out
to
to
a 2-3 zone now.
Already down to 6 on the shot.
It's taking PIU a little bit of time to decipher it.
Best getting right by Epler. Count it. Epler came across the right arm. And that's the second foul on Epler. So Epler and Hankerson both in foul trouble for the Wildcats. That's going to get Micah Thomas in the game along with Montesal. And knocks down that free throw. Fading away, Morgan, tough two, no good. Offensive rebound from Montesal. Looking for Wallace down low, gets poked away. Taking it herself, foul on Montesal. And that was Alasia Roberts. Just checked in a while ago for the Bruins, will be at the line for 2 shots.
So Roberts came in aggressive right away, goes to the basket, earns a trip to the free throw line.
So Epler back in. She'll give Morgan a breather. Again, Roberts at the free throw line for the Bruins. 2 shots here. That was the second foul on Montesal. 14th foul for the Wildcats. We still got 5:13 left in this quarter.
So the Bruins are going to shoot free throws the last half of this quarter. They're 7 of 10 so far. Now 8 out of 11.
After that free throw gives Bruins opportunity to set up their press. Just going to stay with their man all the way. Cross under 5 minutes left. Montesal picks up a dribble looking for help. Knocked away from Thomas. And coming away with this, McLeod for the Bruins up ahead. Just off the hands of Best, out of bounds. So they'll give it right back to the Wildcats. Foul called. Coming around the screen was Grubbs, trying to fight through it.
Good call there as Grubbs reached in and kind of knocked Montesal off of her track. Second team foul on the Bruins. First on Grubbs.
So Roberts runs out to guard the pass. They find Epler. Epler on the take, fading away high off the glass, knocked down by Thomas. And a travel call, shuffled the feet there. When she collected that rebound was Grubbs. So it'll stay here at the Wildcats, a fresh 30. Scott will have to throw it in on the baseline now. Monsaw, another foul on Grubbs. This time, 2 shots.
So Montesal continuing to be aggressive, and she's getting rewarded for it, earning another trip to the free throw line. She's already got 13 to tie Hauser for game-high honors.
Speaking of Hauser, she just checked in along with Kessler to replace Grubbs. Just picked up that second foul. Second shot here. First shot rattles out for Montesal. Second one falls. And the 3 rattles in.
Found it high off the front of the iron and fell through.
Hauser again, her second 3 of the night. She's really hurt the Wildcats in every part of the floor. She shot the 3 well. She's been underneath the basket.
She's got 16, the lead is 16.
And a travel on Scott. She fell down.
Yeah, she got tripped. She got tripped up there. She tripped over the foot of a Bruin player, and the refs didn't see it.
Asia White checking in for Lindsey Brown. Roberts gets away from Scott for a minute, tipped away by Thomas. Able to save it. Down to 15 on the shot. And off the foot of Kessler. So a bad turnover there.
It's kind of a careless turnover for Kessler.
Thomas on the block. Epler really drove into more traffic and turns it over.
And I think she's going to get the foul as well. It's going to be her third.
It's quickly going to get Morgan in the game.
So now both Epler and Hankerson with 3 for the Wildcats.
And we'll walk it down to the other end of the floor for some free throws here as the Wildcats, that was their 5th foul. 3:26 left in the second quarter. Wildcats down 44-28. Asia White from the left side of the free throw stripe. Chuck, is that kind of how you take your tee shot in golf?
If you're trying to hit a draw, most times you want to set up on that side of the tee box. I'm not sure about shooting the free throws, but if it works for you, hey, why not?
Missed that one, but offensive rebound. Nearly turning it over, and they throw it away eventually. And now Wildcats will take possession. So we're going to keep Roberts on Scott. Lobs it from Morgan. Picks up her dribble, looking for help. Back to Scott. Montesal works towards top of the key, and Scott will take it herself through the double team. Foul called. 2 shots coming for Scott.
Good aggressive move there by Scott. They're going to call that one on White. So she's going to get free throws for
now her 14 foul on the Bruins, so one more, and the Wildcats will be shooting free throws as well. Scott knocks down the first. Two of 2 there for Scott. Brings the Wildcats within 14. Still 3 minutes left before we head to halftime. Both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Underneath, Hauser fakes one way, goes the other, and can't get the roll. Foul on the rebound attempt.
Looks like they're going to get a foul on the Bruins. Someone knocked over Micah Thomas. Not sure who it's on, but Thomas is going to be shooting free throws down the other end for Johnson & Wales.
So it's going to be a Hauser.
Hauser.
So that's her second. Brianna Best will likely check in for her.
And Coach Tatum's not going to take any chances with Hauser, especially with a 14-point cushion. She's going to sit her down. Imagine we won't see her the rest of the half.
So Micah Thomas at the line. First shot is good. So 2 of 2 for Thomas.
Again, the Wildcats just need to work on getting a defensive stop here.
Yeah, I think if you can get it back to single digits before you head into halftime, that'll bode well for the Wildcats. Fading away, a tough shot won't fall, but the offensive rebound won't get the roll. Another attempt here from Kessler, a turnaround hook shot, no good. Wildcats struggling to get the rebound, and the Bruins able to convert.
Scott got that one for the Bruins.
3 from Montesal, no good. High rebound, grabbed by McLeod. It's a 5-on-4. Wallace trailing and just thrown away. Wildcats fortunate there. Epler with 3 fouls. They're going to check in for the Wildcats. Shannon Martin will as well.
Lindsey Brown comes in for PIU.
Under 2 minutes left. Still down by 14. Morgan gets caught in the air. Fortunately finds Epler. Montesal works the baseline. The elbow jumper from Morgan is good.
First bucket for the Wildcats in quite some time. They had 3 free throws, but they had not scored from the field in a good long while there.
And a travel call. Wildcats will get it right back.
The 6:50 mark of the second quarter was the last time the Wildcats scored from the field prior to that. So
they've had
5.5 minute drought.
They had 4 free throws. That was it. Epler top of the key, finds Morgan. On the take, fading away right side, leaves it short. Rebound McLeod. Bruins in no hurry, just trying to drain a little bit of this clock. So we tick under a minute left. Ball in the hands of Roberts, now guarded by Morgan. Quick shot from Brown in the corner. A long 2 is no good. Fight for the rebound. Foul called on Martin. Brianna Best will be at the line for 2 shots. Really killer there for the Wildcats. Forced them into a bad shot. Just couldn't get the rebound. And now opportunity for some points here to further extend their lead for Piedmont International.
It's been the offensive rebounds that have killed the Wildcats. 10 offensive rebounds for PIU. Only 8 defensive rebounds for the Bruins, only 7 defensive rebounds for the Wildcats. So the Bruins have rebounded their own misses 10 times. The Wildcats only 7.
42 seconds left. Montesal takes it herself, can't get the roll. Rebound Brown, outlet to Roberts. Wildcats try to go for a 2-for-1. Went really quick on that possession, just couldn't come away with anything.
They will get another chance here if they can get a rebound, which has been the key tonight.
High screen from Best. Brown with it now. Down to 5 on the shot. Dribbles into the double team. A wild shot. Won't fall. 10 seconds left. Wildcats push it ahead. Just out the reach of Montesal. So now 5.4 left for the Bruins. Which this was basically like it was at the end of the first quarter where the Bruins just dribbled out the clock. They will likely do that here, essentially taking a knee like you would in football. And we'll head to halftime. PIU leading Johnson & Wales 48-34. We'll be back here in 15 minutes with your first half stats and second half action. Don't go anywhere.
We're back here courtside with the Wildcats down 48-34 to Piedmont International at halftime. First half stats, Bruins shoot 17 of 34, 50% from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 57.1%, 10 of 15 at the free throw line. Wildcats 12 of 25 from the field, 48%, 3 of 7 from deep, 42.9%, 7 of 10 at the foul line. Rebounds were 19 for PIU, 10 for Johnson & Wales. PIU had 10 offensive rebounds. Wildcats 2 on the offensive end. 5 assists, 8 steals, 11 turnovers for the Bruins. 5 assists, 2 steals, 14 turnovers for the Wildcats. Individually, Lexius Hauser led all scorers in the first half. She was 7-11 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. Also had 4 rebounds for the Bruins. Brianna Best also in double figures, 3 of 4 from the field, 5 of 5 at the foul line, 3 rebounds and an assist for Best. 7 points for Ashley Lane, 2 of 3 at the field, 3 of 4 at the foul line, 3 steals for Lane in 11 minutes. 6 points for Leonzera Grubbs, 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist for Grubbs. 3 points for Elysia McLeod, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 at the foul line. She did have 5 rebounds and 4 steals. 2 points for Lindsey Brown, 1 of 5 shooting. 2 points for Khalees Scott. Her only shot went in. Asia White played but did not score. 1 point for Elijah Roberts. No points for Zanaya Kessler for the Bruins. For the Wildcats, they were led by 14 points by Jemiah Montesol. She was 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 for 3, 3 of 6 at the free throw line, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal for Jemiah. 5 points for Jada Morgan, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, and an assist for Jada. 4 points each for Justice Wallace on 2 of 4 shooting and 2 rebounds, as well as Kara Scott, 1 of 2 shooting, 2 of 2 from the foul line. She has a rebound and assist. 2 points for Anisha Hangerson, 1 of 2 shooting. She does have 3 fouls, which limited her activity in the first half. 2 points for Micah Thomas, both of those coming at the foul line. 3 points for Shannon Martin. She knocked down 1 of her 2 3-point attempts. No points for Christine Epler. She also has 3 fouls for the Wildcats. So that's how we got to 48-34. And we're going to get things set for third quarter action here in just a couple seconds. We'll turn you back over to the voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner, who will get us underway here with the Wildcats down 48-34 to Piedmont International.
All right, just a few seconds away from starting this third quarter. Both teams will switch sides. Wildcats will now be going right to left on your screen in white, and the Bruins will be going left to right on your screen in black. So we got original starters out there for both teams.
Actually, Thomas is going to start in
for
place of Wallace for the Wildcats.
So Hankerson out there to start with the 3 fouls. Hankerson top of the key, looking for help, gives it up to Morgan.
Bruins did use some zone there in the first half, but they're back to a man-to-man here.
Stopping at the elbow. Hankerson a 3, way short. And trying to save it was Thomas, but it'll be Bruins ball. Really not the shot you want on offense as Hankerson taking a 3. Wildcats down by 14, 48-34. We are just underway in this third quarter. Foul underneath. It will be on Thomas.
Thomas had Holzer rope.
Kessler to inbound on the baseline. Montesol guarding the pass. They throw it into McLeod. Drives into Hankerson, not there. Somehow got a shot up, and right there for the offensive rebound and the putback is Hauser again.
Nobody on the weak side for the Wildcats. Hauser wide open. She would have had a more wide open shot if she was in the gym by herself.
And a deflection goes right back to Hankerson for the easy lay-in. You think that's how she drew it up? Hauser. I think she tried to draw the foul on Hankerson and wasn't going to get it. Looking underneath for Montesal. Ball stay here with the Wildcats. 19 seconds on the shot.
Good deflection there by Kessler.
Throws it up to Hankerson. Quick take on the drive. Gets it poked away. Gets it right back as Scott Thomas. The lay-in.
Nice quick move there by Thomas. Kind of left her defender cemented to the ground. Went right around him and laid it up.
Hauser takes a three in front of Thomas, bricks it off the backboard, fight for the rebound. Kessler comes away with it. Hankerson trying not to draw that fourth foul, grabs the rebound.
I think McLeod may have got away with it over the back, but Wildcats come away with it nonetheless.
Morgan takes Kessler to the cup. Count it.
Jada will go to the free throw line with a chance to get this back into single digits. The Wildcats have come out playing well here in the first 2 minutes of the quarter.
Second foul on Kessler. Hauser and McLeod will check out. Best and Brown will check in. Morgan at the line. One shot to complete the three-point play. 8 minutes left here in this third quarter action. Morgan does convert there. It's a 9-point game now. They get it ahead to Grubbs. Pass gets deflected, finds Kessler on the baseline. And a shot from Brown, no good. Rebound Hankerson. Up ahead to Montesal. And taking it right away is Brown. Gives it up to Kessler. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound again. This time it's Brown. Just standing there, Scott. The height advantage for basically everybody else on the Bruins.
Coach Tatum's going to get a quick timeout for PIU. 52-41, 7:26 to play. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him and be right back. So after the PIU timeout, 52-41, Wildcats will inbound on their own baseline.
Morgan runs down to throw it in. Hankerson trying to get to the block. Gets it poked away by Grubbs. Splits the defenders and gets the roll. So she took it right away from Morgan and then took it herself all the way for two. And Morgan coming back, and she answers. Oh, Morgan could have had a piece of that one. Instead, Grubbs misses the lay-in. Rebound Hankerson.
Good job sealing off the PIU rebounder there by Hankerson to grab that one.
Hankerson looking for help. Off the leg of Montesal. Ball on the ground taken by Roberts. Stoppage of play here. Scott took a hit to the head. She was helped up by her teammates. Justice Wallace set the check in for the Wildcats. And they're also going to get a Martin in as well to replace Scott.
Good hands there by Jada Morgan to get the deflection.
And apologies for the technical difficulties we had trouble getting a live video of, so you had a little still image there, but that's why we're here giving you the radio call. 6:13 left. Bruins with it now in the middle. Quick pass inside. Nice spin move underneath from Best. Just can't finish. Another rebound for Hankerson. Quick three from Morgan. Good.
Wildcats got it to 8.
Roberts to answer, leaves it short. Out of bounds. Saved, but for the Wildcats. Morgan racing ahead through the middle. Good tie up. Jump ball called. Lindsey Brown getting both paws in there.
Just great defense by Brown. You can't play it any better than that.
Checking in is Hauser. Will come back in for Best. We still have 5.5 to play left in this third quarter. Wildcats down by 8. Out of bounds. Last touch by McLeod. Looking for the foul.
Lost it. Yeah, she just lost it on the drive. Right out of that. Her hands out of bounds.
I think McLeod and both Martin thought there was a foul and play on out of bounds, and Martin really happy with the ref about that one. Underneath to Montesaw, gets it blocked by Lane. Going the other way now as Hauser pulls up on the arc. Ball swung across and thrown away by Grubbs.
Another turnover for the Bruins. Their 14th. Couple in a row for them.
Kessler's going to check in. She'll replace McLeod. Official tying his shoe back on the other end of the floor. And we're ready for play. Morgan picks up her dribble. Good heads up by Montesaw. Yeah, should have been a carry. Instead, it's a 3. Wow. If you're Coach Tatum for the Bruins, you got to be furious with that one.
I think the officials are going to say she lost control of the ball, so you can't carry it if you don't have the control.
And a good answer underneath. Again, it's Hauser. Again, Brown, great hands. She's forced a couple tie-ups, and she's got her hand in the mix there. And that time, it was just off her hand. The pass was way behind her as it was thrown away.
So it's still turnovers on 3 of the last 4 possessions for the Bruins, and it's let the Wildcats kind of creep back into this, only down by 7, 4:20 left to play here in the third quarter.
Asia White in there now, guarding Morgan. Up ahead to Montesaw. Through the double team, takes it herself. For a second there, I thought she lost the handle again. Instead, gets it right back. Goes right between 2 defenders for the nice lay-in, and a rebound from Martin. Looking ahead, Wildcats still in the backcourt. Morgan racing ahead through the lane. Hauser left her alone. Wildcats are within 3.
Timeout by Coach Tatum.
Coach Rayleigh Ross is fired up. 3:46 left. Wildcats have stormed back. Cut it within 3, 56-53.
It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them and be back in a minute. So the Wildcats down by as many as 16 at one point, have gotten it all the way back down to 3 here, 56-53 PIU with 3:46 left.
In the first and second quarter, we saw
And another
some flashes
timeout.
from the Wildcats on offense. They just weren't able to put anything consecutive together, but here they've gotten on a really good run to cut it back within 3, and much like you said, Chuck,
Lane
Out of
just fired that one at the scores table. No one was in the vicinity for the Bruins. And that's now turnovers on 4 out of the last 5 Bruin possessions.
Morgan been hot, driving through the lane, gets it knocked away. In the corner, Hauser gets Hankerson in the air, drives to the lane, gets the roll.
So Hauser is the answer to what ails PIU. They get it right to her, and she gets the bucket. That's now 22 for Hauser.
Bullet pass underneath. Montesol can't convert. Wallace, the offensive rebound. Her putback no good. 2 missed opportunities there. Right at the rim for the Wildcats. She couldn't convert. Still down by 5. Under 3 left to go in this third quarter. Really no worries of foul trouble here. Both teams 1 foul apiece, as that's a 3 from Grubbs. We're going to get a Wildcats timeout here as the lead for PIU is back up to 8, and it'll be a full team timeout. We'll take it with them.
All right, so we're back out of the timeout here. 2:44 left to play. Little 5-0 spurt there by the Bruins. Got the lead back to 8 after the Wildcats had cut it to 3.
So Scott back in there for the Wildcats now. Thomas in as well for Hankerson. The handoff to Montesol through the lane. Thomas, the offensive rebound, her putback no good. Montesol somehow comes away with it. They look for Wallace underneath, but we get a foul called.
I think we're just going to get a shot clock reset, yes. So Wildcats, they're fighting to get extra chances now. Couple offensive rebounds to save this possession.
Throw it into Montesol. Quick decision. Nice lay in there.
It's the friendly roll there, Montesol. She's got 18 now.
Oh, another turnover. This time the good defense from Scott forced it away from White. .209 left in this quarter. Montesol picks up her dribble, and getting a hand in there is White. Oh, that's a quick jump ball. I don't know about that one, but nevertheless, possession arrow still favors the Wildcats, so we'll keep it here. Moving around the screen, Thomas pops open. In the corner, Montesol goes under. Short 2 is good.
Now up to 20 for Jemiah.
Wildcats back within 4. Underneath the Hauser, gets around Thomas. Easy lay-in. Underneath Thomas, fakes. Kick out to Montasol. Lost the handle for a second, gets it right back. Underneath, looking for Wallace. A lot of traffic there, and a tripping foul called on Thomas as Hauser went down hard.
Thomas went for the steal, and as she went to the ground, she tripped Hauser, who was trying to hop over her.
That's the third foul on Thomas. So 3 for Thomas, 3 for Hankerson, and 3 for Epler. Foul starting to rack up here for the Wildcats.
Yes, the good thing is that neither Epler nor Hankerson have picked up any fouls in this quarter. The Wildcats only committed 2.
White gets it across. 1 minute left in the quarter. And pass too high and really too quick there for McLeod to handle.
Don't know if McLeod could have caught that one with a catcher's mitt as Hauser zipped it right out of bounds.
Montasol the Euro. Oh!
Very nice from Jemiah. Wildcats are within 4, 40 seconds left.
Get Thomas out. The help defense, tough to get there in time as McLeod able to finish underneath the rim. .20 seconds left. Wildcats can hold for the last shot. Down to 15. Montasol has it right now. 5 seconds left. Deep 3. And it's a brick. Fight for the rebound. Hauser comes away with it. Can she get a shot off? And she can't. And that'll take us to the fourth quarter. Wildcats still down to PIU. 65-59. They've cut into that lead numerous times. Closest they've gotten was within 3. But they sit down by 6. 10 minutes left in this one. We'll be back here in a minute with fourth quarter action.
All right, so we're ready to start the fourth. 65-59 PIU ahead. See if the Wildcats can complete the comeback here.
So Lane tiptoeing that line. Gets the pass to Hauser and a travel called.
So 19 turnovers now for the Bruins, 21 for the Wildcats. So that number is evened up dramatically.
Morgan on the elbow, caught in the air, finds Thomas. And nearly thrown away. Good hustle from Scott working back to that ball. Prevents the turnover. They got to get a quick one off here. Down to 4. Montasol through the lane.
Well, Montasol is just taken over.
And Lane through the lane for 2. Nice answer. Kind of caught the Wildcats sleeping there. Hankerson set the check back in, and Lane gets the steal, left all alone.
Good defensive anticipation by Lane. Got her hands up right when Scott was going to throw that pass.
Montesaw, again, this time no good. And kept alive for the steal in the corner. Montesaw the take again, fouled. Montesaw will be at the line for 2 shots.
Well, the Bruins threw that pass right off of Lane's back while she wasn't looking. And it just kind of died there in the court. Montesaw saved it, and the Wildcats turned it into a couple of free throws.
So Martin and Hankerson check in for Scott and Thomas. Kessler and Brown check in for the Bruins. Montesaw at the line for 2 shots. Wildcats down 69-61, 8.5 left in this one.
It's now 25 for Jemiah, which has to be approaching our career high, 26 if it's not already.
Lane runs into Hankerson, finds Hauser down low, foul called. They're going to get Montesaw. That'll be Montesaw's 3rd.
.26 is a career high for Jemiah, besting her previous high of 22, which she did twice already this season.
2 of 2 there for Hauser. That puts PIU back up by 8, 71-63. Martin left alone on the right wing, guarded out by Hauser. They look underneath. Even more wide open is Wallace.
Wow. Don't know how you lose Wallace underneath like that, but PIU did.
Getting the tip and the steal. Wallace hustled from both ends of the floor. Martin is calling for it. Wants the 3. Is it there? It is! 3-point game.
Wildcats back within 3.
Grubbs guarded out by Martin. Settles for the short 2 and knocks it down.
Wow, really aggressive move by Grubbs.
Montesaw the fake underneath. Wild shot, Hankerson there. Foul called, 2 shots coming for Hankerson.
It's going to be on Hauser. It's the 3rd on Hauser. 2nd team foul.
So White's going to check in for Kessler. First one gets the roll there. Leaves that one short. Rebound Hauser. So 4-point game. Bruins still with the lead. Lane guarded out by Martin.
Yep. And a clear palming violation.
Wow.
Right in front of the official.
Best is going to check in. She's going to replace Hauser. Hauser with those 3 fouls will take a break here. 6:45 left. Hankerson off the dribble, stops on a dime, gets it blocked by Brown, gets it right back. Strong move! Ho, ho, ho! Anisha Hankerson.
So that's going to bring the Wildcats within 2, and Hankerson will go to the line to cut it to 1, which I'm not sure the last time it was that close.
You want to talk about staying with it. I mean, shot wasn't there the first time. Fight for the rebound. Drives hard inside and gets rewarded. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. Wildcats have yet to take the lead, however, so Bruins, every time the Wildcats have clawed back and found a way to push that lead back out, and they do here. Lane, oh, she missed the lay-in, and Best can't make the shot. Brown, a lot of contact, ball still on the floor, and Martin comes away with it.
No Hauser in the game for the Bruins, so where do you go for offense? They weren't able to pick it up there.
Wildcats with a chance to take the lead here. 6 minutes left. Hauser set the check back in for the Bruins. At the elbow, Hankerson draws the double team, gets the ball right back. 6 on the shot. Wallace, jumper, no good. Rebound, Lane, and Bruins come away with it. Good defensive stand there. Lane picks up her dribble, finds Grubbs.
So the Bruins have Hauser at the scorer's table, but they're not going to spend their timeout to get her in. See what they can get on this possession.
3 from White, long rebound. Montasol comes away with it. Outlet to Morgan. Quickly up ahead, gets by Brown. Foul called. That'll be the 4th foul on the Bruins, and 1 more, and the Wildcats will be shooting the rest of the way. Hauser will check back in after that foul from Brown. So Morgan will inbound on the baseline. Montasol to take, gets it blocked. There's Hauser again. And getting it right back is Wallace. Finds Morgan underneath. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Bruin. It'll stay here with the Wildcats.
So 25 to shoot, 5:02 on the game. So no hurry at all for the Wildcats.
Lob it into Hankerson. Fighting off the double team. Works through the baseline. Foul called. 2 shots coming for Hankerson.
Lane thought